tries to hide the...
Welcome, my friends, to a new interview from Cuentame, USA, with Oncho Camano, the same guy. Today I'm speaking with Johnny Yeagher. Yeagher.
Yeagher.
You see,
Like Jägermeister.
Yeagher. He's a half of the duo who make goth, darkwave music, goth, some synth. I don't know.
Yeah.
Tell me.
All,
The
all
other
kinds-
half, the other half is Angela, and the band is named Dead Cool.
Yep.
And they're from North Carolina, from Wilmington. I don't know, maybe
Wilmington, North Carolina.
Wilmington, North Carolina. I was in North Carolina many times, but
Really?
I never visited Wilmington.
We're at the beach.
I
We're beach.
was, I know Wilmington is like no. One thing, I think I was in Wilmington for like half an hour. Now that
Oh, really?
I walk in the downtown and the river walk, I think I
Yeah.
remember. Yeah, the river walk with the stores, many stores and stuff. I remember a little bit. But I used to go to High Point in North Carolina
Oh, really?
a
That's
lot.
where my mom lives there. My mom
Oh
lives
yeah,
Yeah.
Like, many years ago. They had like a furniture show, furniture market, and my friend
Yeah.
had a warehouse with many French armoires and all stuff antique. And I used to go with him and have fun,
That's
besides
cool.
going to the market, I did other
Right.
things. So yeah, and Charlotte also. But yeah, whatever, what can I say? So tell me, let me say before I start, I don't want. I started listening to Dead Cool maybe, I don't know, 6 months ago, could be. I think through YouTube and Jamie Speechy,
Oh, yeah. Yami Specci.
Speechy.
Yeah.
I think I saw their video and it caught my attention. And after that, I started searching, and from there I said, I enjoy their music. Let's find out, and that's why he's here, Mr. Yeager.
You got it.
So tell me, this is a new project, but you play in other bands, uh,
Yeah.
not many years ago, but some years ago you had other things going besides That Cool, right?
Yeah. I played in various like rock and roll, punk rock, and heavy metal bands. I'm
Mm.
primarily a guitar player, but yeah, when COVID happened and the lockdown and all that, we weren't able to play with our regular band anymore because nobody could get together.
Right.
So Dead Cool was kind of born out of that. We just were kind of talking, and we always wanted to do something that was like a kind of like a some form of goth post punk kind of
Mm-hmm.
project. But before, we never had the time to do it because we were always touring or doing other things with our other bands. So this COVID kind of afforded us the time to do it. And yeah, we just did it. It's starting out as like a recording project,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of grew from there, and it kind of went more in kind of more of a synth kind of direction.
Right.
And the more singles we released, people were asking us to do live streams and all that kind of stuff. So we definitely, during the pandemic, a lot
Mm-hmm.
of we got a lot of attention at that time, which was
Right.
you know
So uh the other half, Angela, you guys play more than synths. You play bass, right? Angela plays bass
yeah.
because I've seen that. You play guitar,
I play guitar, bass, and
drums. Who
sing.
plays the
Play a
drums?
little bit of drums. Angela's
Yeah.
a drummer. Angela
Okay.
plays drums, and she's
Okay.
also a bass player. And yeah, she's a all around a rhythm section all her own. Yeah.
Because I seen some videos of yours, on stage and stuff, but I haven't seen any of just playing synths. I haven't seen maybe guitar, maybe bass guitar. I saw Angela. I don't remember.
Yeah, she
Uh,
plays live. She plays bass
she
guitar
plays
and she
bass.
plays, synth. And for me live, I just play a synthesizer and I sing. So
Right. Yeah, he looks really cool. I wish looked like that. I only had the leather jacket, but besides that, it doesn't help. Just the leather jacket doesn't do the job. You need more than that.
just need a
And
pair of sunglasses. That's all
well,
I
the
need.
sunglasses I could, you know, maybe behind the curtain, pretend that I'm there. Yeah, I don't know. But I guess you and Angela, it's like a, I don't know, it's like a perfect match together. Is it easier now for you? Like less things to worry about, just being a duo?
Yeah, it absolutely is. We're able to do more as, a duo,
Hmm.
and we because we're married and we
Right.
play music together, it's easier for us to arrange everything. We don't have to wait on other people, so we can
Hmm.
release material faster that way, and we can travel and tour a
Right.
lot easier now
Of
to
course.
just the two of us.
I seen a couple of dogs. I don't know how many they got. At least they got two, maybe three. I don't know.
Oh, we have two
How do
dogs.
you deal? How do you deal with those dogs? You got to take them with you, or what? Do you live in with some family member, or how do you do it?
We
Because
have
dogs are not easy to,
oh no, we have three little dogs, so they're a
three.
lot of work. But yeah, we have a dog. We have like a dog sitter that comes and stays at our house when we're
Okay.
out playing. But yeah, we couldn't take them. That'd be too
Yeah.
much.
Come on, just like stop the show. They gotta take it outside to pee. So I'll be back.
Yeah,
You cannot do
yeah.
that. That's funny.
Maybe we should. That'd be part of the show.
Yeah, maybe they can do something on stage. Who knows? uh, I mean, their songs, you guys gotta listen to them. They're very catchy. I guess they're both fixated with electronics right now, it seems to me. And the songs are really catchy. They're like easy to follow. I like it, danceable. The rhythms and patterns. I like it. Um,
Thank you.
so I really enjoy listening to their songs. Uh, I think I listened to all of them that they had published in Spotify. Probably more. I don't know. I listened to maybe 9. I don't remember, but
Yeah,
uh, they're really cool. I like them. I like it. I, I
thank
like
you.
since the 70s, 80s. I enjoy the Darkwave, Goth music. It originated in the late 70s, early 80s. I started listening to new wave and all that stuff. But
Yeah,
all those bands.
very much inspired by a
Yeah,
lot of new wave stuff. I think that's
right.
kind of where the synthesizer, definitely comes into play because when we
Yeah,
were starting this project, it was intended to be, you know, guitar and bass driven.
right.
And I, out of boredom, because it was a lockdown, I bought a synthesizer for the first time. And once I
Mm,
started using, an analog synthesizer and all these cool sounds, I just became obsessed with it.
yeah.
That's why it kind of went in that direction.
Yeah, I was upset. So listening, not creating anything, but with Gary Newman when he was on stage on that car, driving with the headlights and stuff on stage,
Yeah.
I was crazy about that guy. His previous band also, Two Way Army was called.
Yeah, Two Wave Army. That's
Yeah, I really
a
enjoyed
big
that
fan.
time.
Yeah.
He was a cool.
Love
He's
Gary.
he's still touring. He's still around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
still
so
really good too.
yeah, and the daughter and yeah,
Yeah, he's got a
yeah, the whole
whole
family.
family of musicians now.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like the guy, I really do. So, like I said, those songs are really cool. I really enjoy listening to that. Cool. Um, I hopefully I can see them one of these days. I know they've been playing lately. Months ago they got new shows coming, and I'm gonna mention some of them. If you wanna catch them live, and yeah, they're really cool. Um, so besides doing music, Johnny, what else do you do? You got a business running, I think, some other on the side, right?
Yeah, we own and operate a hair salon. So we're both
Right.
cosmetologists. So we also have a we have a business together, and yeah,
That's
it's called
cool.
Angie's Hair Salon. So we do that. We specialize in a lot of wild colors and stuff. So
That's cool.
yeah.
They won't see me there. So it's nothing to do. Or maybe a wig or something. I don't know. But it's really cool. I like that. So I was gonna say, you only publish so far just singles, right? You put out singles. You never put out an album or an EP or nothing like that I know of. Is
No,
there?
not yet. We ended up just doing singles so far because, like I said, when we were first released, the
Mm.
first single, it
Mhm.
was during, the lockdown. So it was just going to be a recording project originally.
Right.
And, once we started playing shows, we had to come up with more material and all that stuff. So we just kept
Right.
releasing singles. But yeah, at some point we would definitely like to, you know, start working on an
Right.
album, proper
Mm.
album. But right now it's just singles right now.
Just singles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was gonna ask you if you go back in time. You weren't born in North Carolina, were you? Were you born in North Carolina?
No, I was born in New Jersey.
Get out of here.
Yeah. New
Really?
Brunswick, New Jersey.
New
Yeah.
Brunswick, Rutgers University.
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea. You see, I'm from New Jersey. I live in New Jersey.
You live in New Jersey?
Yeah, I live in
Oh,
Union. I live in Union, New Jersey.
okay.
Union, not far from Newark Airport, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I had no idea
Yeah.
because the accent I cannot tell. Where is he? I know he's not from Texas. I think
Right.
so, but
I feel like I have more of a neutral accent.
yeah. What about Angela? Where is she from?
Angela's from a place called Walkertown, North Carolina. It's kind of near Winston-Salem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's right outside of Winston-Salem.
So is that you come from different cultural backgrounds? So more or less you had the same, maybe musical taste or different kind of environment, or more or less the same. How do you describe?
Uh, as far as
That's
like,
like being a teenager and growing up and listening to music. Were you similar things, or because of different towns and
I
different,
feel well for me, I feel like for me my tastes in music have kind of always been the same, and same for Angela, like growing up.
Hmm,
And that's how when we first got together, that's what we kind of bonded over with,
okay,
all the music. So it's like we kind of I don't know, we've liked the same things our pretty much our whole lives. So it's like like for me when I grew up, when I first got into music, my parents were musicians,
oh, okay.
and my mom was like she was a blues singer
Hmm,
and she played guitar. My dad played bass and some guitar too, and so like I kind of got into music through my parents. But then when I figured out my own tastes, the first things I got into were like heavy metal
okay.
and punk rock and new wave was
Right.
the thing. So it was like those were the kind of starting points for me, and then you know
Hmm.
things kind of came and went, but yeah, but that it was the same thing with Angela. Like when she was growing up, she was into like all the stuff like Duran Duran and
Right.
Persons and Boy
And
George and stuff like that. But then she got into heavy metal. She was listening for stuff from like Motley Crue to like Iron Maiden, and then got to punk. So our backgrounds kind of follow the same pattern.
oh, well,
But for me,
because
growing up in New Jersey,
I was good.
I was exposed to a lot of like
Of course.
great concerts and stuff at an early age. So that was, it was very inspiring because if I would have grown up down here, I would
Yeah,
it would have been a different story. But growing up in New Jersey and being not that far from New York City,
of course.
with so much cool bands you're able to see. I mean, so it's like
Of course. Yeah,
I'm very thankful that I grew up, in
me
that area.
too. Well, I wasn't born in the United States, you can tell, but
Yeah,
I was quite young, and you know, if it wasn't because I was living in Jersey and going to New York and the Village and all those
yeah,
clubs, it would be totally different. But even in Jersey, they have some good bands, especially a lot of record stores that I spend so much money buying shit imported from UK, from Japan, and all this stuff. I was, making money and throwing it away, and records and shit and videos and stuff.
oh, yeah. Same, Same.
I was going crazy. You know, it's so many stores, so many record stores to now. Now, like today, today's not that
Yeah.
nothing going on. But before, it's so much shit that you can buy and see and T-shirts and yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember even when I was a teenager growing up in New Jersey, like there would be places you can go and I'd spend like all the money I had on buying like bootleg VHS
Yes.
with bands from, overseas and stuff. It's crazy. Like, so
It's
yeah.
like me. If I tell people how much money I spend, it's like you were nuts. I was nuts, maybe.
Oh yeah.
I spend so much money. Like
Same.
in the 80s, buying a video, K Bush video, from Japan, it's like $175 for a fucking video
Right.
from Japan. I was so happy,
Right.
Nobody had it. My friends didn't.
Yeah.
Look what I got. Yeah, you cannot get it. I got it. And the next day I would be bored and get something else.
Right.
You know how it is. But yeah, it's so I was gonna ask you regarding your live shows because you've been playing lately. I think you also went to Europe, right? Were you in Europe or you have
Yeah,
plans of going?
we played some shows in Italy and we played shows in the UK. We've been
Hmm.
to the UK twice. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hmm. So, but most of your, I see you do a lot of shows in Florida. Is that right? You go to Florida
Oh yeah,
also.
we're in Florida constantly. The
Yeah.
scene down there is really good, and especially like Tampa area, it's really good.
Right.
And there's this whole crew of DJs. They're commuting after dark, and they put on
Right.
Absolution Fest down there in Tampa. So we became friends with them, and they actually gave us our very first show. Our very first show was playing Absolution Fest. So
Okay.
very big deal for us because I mean we never played out at the time, and we got to play with all these really
Yeah. Cool bands.
big newer bands, and it was
Yeah.
cool. So that we
So
spent a lot of time going down there and playing.
yeah. See, I heard Tampa is a goth town city. I don't know if it is. There's a lot of goth music. I never been there.
There's a ton, yeah. That particular area is like
Yeah.
it's a great place for that style of music, and
So
there's a lot of
so
DJs and promoters there that are all into it, and
hmm,
there's a lot of people that come out to the shows, and they
right.
have Absolution Fest there, and there's also the big goth club there, the Castle, which has
Okay, I
been
heard. Yeah, I heard about
yeah,
that one. Yeah, because
sounds
it's
amazing.
yeah, I heard. I never been there, but I heard.
Oh, you got to make a trip for that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's worth it.
yeah, I
It's
know.
totally-
Is that what's the biggest festival? Let's say goth festival in the US. I know, like in Europe, it must be Germany in Leipzig, I think. But I don't
yeah,
know in the
Germany.
US.
In
You
the
know,
US, I'm not sure.
yeah,
Maybe Cold Wave Fest.
go
I don't
away.
know. There's Cold Waves that happens in Chicago. That's
Right, Chicago is there is another place that
a pretty big one. Um,
I don't know. Maybe
but
San
yeah,
Francisco. I don't know.
there's like Substance. That festival is pretty big.
Hmm,
Those are probably the two biggest ones I think happen in
right.
the you know
Yeah.
United States.
But usually you don't go across the country. You don't go across country to the West Coast. Not yet, right?
Yeah,
Not
we're
yet.
talking about doing that. Yeah, we're definitely making plans to do that because pretty much we've just been doing East Coast, up and down the East Coast, and you
Right.
know we're planning on going out to the Midwest pretty soon too.
Hmm.
But yeah, as of right now, we've pretty much just been up and down the East Coast and to Europe.
Yeah. I was going to ask you because one of your shows you're going to do is in Savannah, Georgia, May 25th, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna play in
Is
Savannah.
that a place for me, Savannah, Georgia sounds like more like no, not that type of music. I don't know.
Our first time playing there, so
Oh, okay. You'll tell me
yeah.
later.
But yes, I mean, I heard it's cool there. The shows are cool there, so we'll find out.
You'll find
Find out.
you'll find
Savannah's
out.
it's a pretty place, so I'm looking forward to going there.
Yeah,
And we're playing that show with our friends that are in a band called The Belt. I don't know if you've ever heard them. The
No, I
Belt.
did not.
They were popular in the 90s. They were
Okay.
like they kind of have a it's hard to completely describe them. They're kind of shoegaze and
Oh,
post-punk kind of thing going on. They got a lot of different things going on. They're really good.
what's
So
the name of the Johnny?
The Velt,
The Belt?
The Velt, VELTD
E.
or
Oh,
DT.
oh, okay. I'll
The Velt.
check it out. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Check it out. I'll check it out.
They're our friends from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh, they're
Really,
from Raleigh. Oh,
yeah.
okay. So you're good friends. How is the community in Wilmington? Is there a lot of clubs where you play over there? I know you're gonna play there and you play before. Is there a
Wilmington, honestly, during the pandemic, I feel like it killed a lot of the clubs here. There are places to play. It's just less, but I will say the scene that in Wilmington, we have a small scene for what we're doing, but it's cool. It's growing all the time, and we actually have a lot of younger people that come out to the shows here. So it's really cool because it's much more of a early 20s somethings coming out, and it's cool. I like seeing like the younger kids coming out and getting into it. So,
Are
but
you like
when we play here, we don't play our town very often because it is small. But we do have a lot of people that come to our shows here, which I'm very thankful for.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you about a couple of videos that I saw on YouTube. That the video shoot from the Some Stranger Kind.
Yeah.
I had to find out what was going on with that because it seems like from a movie, from a Quentin Tarantino movie or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Where did you shoot this video? In Wilmington or some small town or?
That is some of that shot in our house.
Okay.
And then some of it, like some of the live scenes, is actually shot in our hair salon.
Okay.
And the outside scenes is the street in front of our house.
Oh, okay.
So we filmed all those outside scenes where we're walking down the street. We actually, one of our neighbors actually called the cops on us.
You didn't know, you didn't
They
tell
thought
anybody. It was
they
like
said that we were protesting.
you kept it quiet or something, or nobody knew, or this person was the only one who didn't
It
know.
was like, yeah, the only one that I guess didn't get the memo. But yeah, they got mad and thought people were protesting outside, so they called the cops. It was really funny.
That was funny. Well, but you finished the video in one day, right? You don't have to reshoot half of it again, or not?
No, we got it all knocked out, yeah, in one day or 2 days rather, yeah. But it was fun.
Yeah. Who came up with that idea? You, Johnny, or Angela?
No, Angela actually comes up with a lot of the ideas with the videos. I'm not a video guy. That is kind of outside my comfort zone a little bit. I like doing music and all that stuff and playing live, but when there's a camera in my face, I'm kind of like, I don't know.
You're too shy?
I'm a little uncomfortable with that. Yeah.
Like when you play live, you don't talk between songs, right? You don't talk to the public, do you? Or Angela
Very
does?
little, yeah.
Very little, right?
Usually when we play, we try to have it so it's not very many gaps between the songs. So just,
right.
Starts, it goes kind of to the end, But yeah, so there's not a whole lot of talking. We do talk some live.
Right.
But yeah, as far as the videos go, that's Angela. She's
in charge.
She comes up with the whole ideas usually with that. And Stranger Kind, Angela, and there was also like a director. Okay. Them two kind of brainstormed that whole idea. And some of it was loosely based on trying to think what that it was. I can't remember. There was some old movie where they based
because some movie I saw something similar. I don't remember. Maybe an 80s from the 80s. I have no idea, but I remember something similar for like people walking on the street, like a big. I don't
Yeah.
remember. I have no idea. But also, when you play your live and your shows, you play covers, because I listened to the cover that you put out, "Send Me an Angel" from Real Life. That song is that's Australian band that I from the 80s.
Yeah.
I don't know, something from the 80s,
Yeah, we
right?
usually
You play
we
covers.
we always play that song.
It's a cool song.
Sometimes we'll, we'll add in stuff, like we have a couple cover songs that we may play depending on if, people ask us to play more.
Hmm.
Oh, but yeah, we've done, that's the "Send Me an Angel" by Real Life. We've
Right.
done "Sonic Reducer" from the Dead Boys,
Okay. Oh, that's a
old
cool.
70s punk band, and then
Right.
we've done recently. We just did a track for a Talk Talk tribute record.
Oh,
So we've been playing that lately live. We did a version of Mirror Man. So we do
oh,
that. And yeah, so depending on if we get asked to play more, we might,
right. A couple
play
extra
one of those
ones.
songs. But we usually always play "Send Me an Angel" because once we recorded that, it's like we kind of got stuck. But every show we play,
Yeah. No, it's a great song.
yeah, it really
I,
is.
I've been listening to their cover many times. Many times I listened to that song, and "Rotten Mind" also I listened to that.
Oh, cool.
It's all of them. I listen to all of them. I got plenty of time. I got no shit to do. I got nothing to do. I got it. No, I really work. I work, but I got time to listen to music at the same time. So I've been listening to their. It's cool because it takes me back to other eras, when I was much younger, I guess, and
That's cool.
I like it. I like it. So they got a bunch of songs that I like. Which one is the last one that you published? "Faith or Misery"? Is that the last
Yeah,
one that I heard?
the latest one we released.
Yeah, it's a lot of them. "Stranger Kind." That's another good song. Uh, so I don't know. "Nothing But Us." They got they're taking their time to putting out those singles. And I was gonna ask you how you construct your music. It starts with the writing something on paper, or just using your guitar and strumming, or the synth, or every depends.
It depends. Sometimes it might be, playing my guitar or just like messing around on synthesizer usually. But
Hmm.
a lot of times I'll turn on a synthesizer and mess around, and sometimes nothing comes out of it, and sometimes I'll play like a little riff and think that's really cool, and then
Hmm.
I'll kind of record it on my phone really quick, and then
Right.
I have a whole like folder on my phone of little like
Right.
minute long little videos of stuff like that, and then at some point I'll go back and listen to them and see if I think they're any good.
Right.
But yeah, it's usually how it starts. And then, you know, a lot of stuff, like the way I write is I jam things out a bit. Like I have like behind me, there's like a mixer and
I
some
see. Yes.
drivers and there's some drum machines. So I'll get all that stuff going and try to like work up an arrangement live,
Hmm.
or I try to like, do all that stuff in the computer. So I like to do it. I like to be hands on. I kind of jam it out live, just like I would when I've
Right.
in, a rock band or whatever, and kind of
Right. So
build it that way.
it's like a building blocks.
Yeah, but sometimes like that song "Until Death,"
Mm-hmm.
the main synth line in that song, I actually made up on guitar, and I liked it a whole lot. But then when I just walked over to a synthesizer and played it, and I was like,
Right.
I liked it better on that. So it
So yeah, I was gonna ask you, are you trying to avoid using like other instruments besides the synthesizers? Like maybe bass, but if you got a cool riff, a guitar riff, you say, I don't want to put it in here, maybe.
No, I mean
No?
if I come up with something that's cool, it's on guitar, I'll definitely use it. But
If you think it's gonna sound better, you will include
Yeah,
something.
definitely. And even
Right.
like our last track, Faith or Misery,
Right.
that has bass guitar on it, and then there are a lot of different things you can hear in the background that are there's guitar lines that are strummed and weird noises. That's all guitar
Right.
stuff, you know. So I
Right.
use the guitar quite a bit, and like and tracks that are in an orthodox kind of way too. But for live, for this, I just do the synthesizer. I think
Right.
I'm enjoying my beat just singing than being, you know, tied to a guitar at the moment.
You think it's easier to play the synthesizer and sing than playing the guitar and sing?
Um,
More or
I
less.
don't know. I think it depends on what it is,
Yeah.
but yeah, but for live, for me, I have a good time messing with a synthesizer because you could do all kinds of weird things with it on the fly,
Right.
that.
So what is your musical gear right now when you go on stage? What do you bring?
So I bring an MPC sampler, the
Okay.
MPC Live 2, and a MIDI controller, and that is the sampler actually has all my synth sounds in it,
Okay.
and then it also triggers our backing tracks. So that thing is kind of the brain of the whole operations, and it also sends MIDI data out to a
Okay.
little converter box, and I run lights off it.
Ah, okay.
So we have a whole pre-programmed light show,
Okay.
synth, and it runs backing tracks. And then Angela uses live. She uses a Korg mini log,
Corgi, I seen that.
uh, and then she's got a Fender precision bass and a Fender combo amp. She brings out a bunch of pedals and stuff. So
So how
our live is very minimal. So we try to make it, since it's just the two of us, we didn't want to like
right.
bring a ton of gear out and have to spend a lot of time setting up, because
Right. Everything fits on a sedan. Let's say you don't really need a truck or a van. You can fit everything
we
in
fit
a
everything
small
in our
vehicle.
car. Yeah, we fit everything in our car, and it's
Yeah.
easy to set up, and it's reliable. Most important part.
Right. I was going to ask you something. When you are on stage playing, I don't know how to explain it. What percentage would you say is the real you, and what is a character you create? What the way you look, the way, oh, it's an extension of your music. I don't know if you understand. It feels
So
like it's you, or it feels like some other character also that you're playing.
I feel like it's mostly me,
Right.
but definitely on stage I'm more serious. Off
Okay.
stage I joke around a lot, but as far as the way I dress and the way I look, I mean I do that every day. That's an everyday thing in my life.
Right. I mean,
But the persona is definitely a little more serious live because it's just a different thing, and I don't think anybody wants to see me acting like a goofball up there. But
right.
I mean, but at the same time, we do have fun. I mean, we look serious for the most part, but we also, we have fun on stage. We
Right.
we mess with each other back and forth, as we're playing and stuff. So
Yeah. The
we
way
don't
you
take
look, just
ourselves too serious,
right. Right.
but
But it goes well with your music, the
yeah,
stage presence, you know. What
sure.
about your audience? Have you ever had a problem with any crazy lunatic guy screaming and yelling and takes you out of your thing and you're like, this motherfucking guy,
No,
kick him out of here? I don't know.
we haven't had anything too crazy. The only thing we've had is we've had some people like try to climb up
Okay.
on stage when we're playing. The last time we played in London,
Okay.
there was a couple of people that were trying to climb on stage and security hauled them off. But that's pretty much it. I mean, nobody.
No major disturbances.
Yeah, and I mean, the funny thing is, it takes a lot to rattle us. So like we both played in punk rock bands, so we're used to
Yeah, of course. Yes.
rowdy audience, and if somebody was to do that, we're the types that just go out into the crowd. So
You look like a peaceful guy. I don't
yeah,
know. I
No,
don't
I mean, yeah,
know.
I'm totally peaceful, but like, you know, it's just we we don't really take any, you know, any crap from anybody. But
Right.
we try to make our shows also be very fun and like we try to
Right.
make everybody feel like, you know, they're everybody's included, we're all together, we're gonna have a good time and
Right.
you know, so if there was, you know, any kind of jerks in the audience, we would love to get rid of them so
Of
everybody can
course.
have a good time.
Of course. If you don't enjoy the show, get out of here. Go
Yeah.
somewhere else. Um,
And I think that's also in part like in our town, we have like I said, a lot of young kids come to our shows and you know, and it's like we pride ourselves on making like a when we have our shows, we bring cool bands from out of town that piece people would never get to see. And we try to make a very like a safe space for all these young people to come and be free and
right.
you know, so it's like we
It's
we
like
don't
a
like
community. You
yeah,
try to, yeah. Like
yeah,
a,
exactly.
yeah.
Try to take care of our audience.
Right. That's what you need to do. And you got to be honest with your music and,
Yeah.
honest to your audience also. Uh, is there anything that you would like to improve in your, or perfect in your musical career? Something that you would like to do that you're still trying that takes time, or you're happy the way you are, the way you're doing things right now? Or you got plans?
I'm I always for me personally, I always feel like I'm working on it. You know, I'm trying to get better at various things, whether it be like, you know, the recording aspect of the music or, you
Hmm.
know, how I craft songs. And so I'm never really content. I'm just kind of always trying to get better, you know.
Yeah.
So that's I don't know. I have a habit of beating myself up a little bit sometimes, if you know. But yeah, but so I'm always working on it. I always feel like everything can be improved, you know.
It's
But
like, I guess, your personality. The music improves, your personality goes with it. Also, I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah, absolutely.
I guess your personality is not the same as a teenager as nowadays. Your way of thinking has changed somewhere, right? I think
Yeah,
you got
but
a different attitude.
yeah. I mean,
Like,
my wife makes fun of me a lot because I can get down on myself and get dark about certain things, you know.
right,
But like that's just my personality. But yeah, as far as like things go with our music and our band and stuff, like I'm always trying to get better at, you know, whether it's the live show or, you know, the
right,
production side of things is always a lot of work and it's always you're always learning and that's actually my favorite part of everything is the writing songs and recording them and all that stuff. So that is always a constant. It's fun and it's stressful, and I'm always trying to get better at it.
do you sleep at night or you wake up? Are you a night person or more like a day?
I'm a night person. Angela is a day person for sure,
Okay.
but but yeah. So, but I can't.
So I'm thinking like she's sleeping and you're doing things on your own in a different, doing music or things like that, or
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I'm in here, you know, messing with, you know, whatever
mm,
synthesizers or, you know,
mm.
a new song or something, you know, or we're just like sitting around in front of TV. We work a lot, so it's like our life is a constant balancing act. So it's like we're either playing a whole lot or you know, and when we're not playing a whole lot, we're working a whole lot. So it's always a lot
Right,
going on in our life. So it's definitely when we have a moment to relax, we try to.
right,
But it is tough. It's like last year we spent a lot of time playing. We played a lot of shows last year, which is great. But but it's we spent all of our time playing live, and then like I said, when we were home, then we were working. So
right.
we're trying to play a little less this year so we can try to produce some more, you know, material.
Of course.
Because when you're out on the road doing all that stuff, you don't have the time to. come up with, you know, cool ideas.
Right. You need the time to make music, you know. If you play every day and you go to different places, you don't have time to
Exactly.
not just play what you have, you know.
Yeah.
If you want to grow your repertoire, you need more songs, I guess. More songs to choose from. Um, yeah, also that video I saw, the other video I was going to ask you, I think I forgot nothing but us. All
Yeah.
those female faces, and who that was Angela's idea. That was I really enjoyed that, like the little
Nothing but
things like the owl and things like that. All
Nothing
that's
but us was actually, that video was made by a fan.
really, it's
He
really
made that
cool.
video because that was our, let's see, that was our third single that we
Hmm,
ever released. So that was still during the lockdown. And
hmm.
yeah, a fan, he asked us if he could make a video for it. And we're like, sure, you know.
Did a good job. I
So
really
they
enjoyed it.
reached out to us and we're like, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah,
And
the way he,
that's, we didn't have any input on it, you know, and just he made it and I was like, oh, it's really neat. Yeah.
yeah, that was a cool video.
Very cool.
What is 2021 maybe? I don't know, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
about that. So yeah, there are many. I mean, keeping up with what they do, you know. Instagram is nothing that I really enjoy, but it's part of what I do. So I go to Instagram and see of what they did. They play here, they play there, and you know,
Yeah.
it's
Our,
cool
our first major video was Until Death. I don't know if
until
you
that.
that video. But that was the first one we ever did where we had like, you know, a director and like,
Right.
so,
That's the same year, 2021, right? Until death, more or less. Or the
I
video
think
is 2022, maybe.
that was 2022.
Okay.
That was a that was that's probably my favorite video that we had.
That's the one in the park. I'm trying to remember, Johnny. I
Yeah,
don't.
it takes place in a park
Right.
and the rest of it's in like a bar.
Right. Okay. Now I remember that one. Yes. You were.
It's really funny because we
You're
when we
both.
shot that footage in the park, it's a it's a big park here in our town, and we went there really early. And the director was like, "We're gonna go at this time. Nobody's gonna be at the park." And we got there, and it was like the park was packed full of people. It was so every one of those scenes, there's people like standing behind the camera.
Were you embarrassed a little bit, Johnny?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
There's
of
like
course.
one part where I'm singing and I like come out from behind a tree. It's
Right. Yeah.
really
Now I
funny.
remember.
It's like trying to keep a straight face when people are, you know, exercising, walking around you, standing behind a camera guy watching. It's really funny.
Yeah, that's cool.
Definitely out of my comfort zone.
That's cool though. I like it. So yeah, like I said, I've been listening for like the last 6 months following the band. And I have no idea, you know. I like a lot of kinds of music, dark wave, you know, heavy metal, all the music genres he mentions I like, punk, post punk, everything, you know. I'm a I'm a guy that adjusts to any kind of music, almost every kind. There are some things that bother me listening to. I'm just try to avoid, you know, being close to that type of music. I just run away if I can. Even in a supermarket, it bothers me. It's like something, but this kind of music I really enjoy. Um, like I said, I listen to their songs, to all the singles. I'm expecting them. They probably got more songs ready to be published, or maybe they're thinking, or they. I know they got more stuff coming. They're not going anywhere. Maybe they will leave Wilmington, North Carolina. I don't think so. Maybe they come back to Jersey. Who knows? I don't think so.
Yeah,
You're,
we're currently working on the single right now. We're finishing up
yeah.
the next one, and then we have that Talk Talk tribute album is going to be
Okay, that you mentioned. Yes.
coming out this coming month.
Hmm.
So we'll have that, and then we'll have a new single that'll follow.
Okay. And while you'll be playing some shows in May and June, you know.
Yeah, we're going to be playing we're going to be playing playing Savannah, then we're playing in Raleigh. We've got two shows in Raleigh. We're doing a festival there called the Wicked Weekend
Hmm.
at a place called the Wicked Witch. which is very cool. It's like a goth, the only goth bar in Raleigh. It's a really cool place. And
That's
then
cool. Hmm.
we're doing Absolution Fest in Tampa this year. That
Hmm.
really look forward to that. So we have a bunch of stuff that's coming up, you know.
So what do you do with your business when you go? You close it for one day, or
Yeah, we
just
close it because it's just us two that work there.
right?
Yeah, so when
So
we're
when the customer shows up and you're not there, they know they must be doing some show somewhere. They'll
yeah,
be back.
yeah, our customers know us pretty well as far as that goes. They know,
They know where you're going.
yeah.
You let
So
them know. You let them know
luckily,
already.
luckily with our business, we do it by appointment only. So like when we schedule people, like
Okay, sounds
you
great.
know, once somebody comes in for a haircut or a color, we schedule them before they leave,
Okay.
and then they know whether we're going to be in town, and when we're out of town. They know usually we're on tour, so it's really funny.
That's
Everybody looks forward to our stories when we come back to work. So
right. And what kind of music can you listen in your in your shop in
we
your
listen to all kinds
salon?
of stuff in the
Your mu
shop.
in your just your music? No.
Yeah, I go crazy. Our shop, we listen to all kinds of stuff when we're working. From like we listen to like new wave. Sometimes we listen to like rockabilly. It's all
Oh,
over the place. It depends on what mood we're in.
maybe it's your mood, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's all in your mood.
cool. There's it's just a free for all with the music in there.
That's 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 cool. So I was gonna ask you regarding are you up to what's going on in music today, like new bands or new genres of music or new goth bands that you just discover? Are you up to that, or you just don't really pay much attention only to the bands that?
There's so many newer bands in
Hmm,
this that are really good. That's the one thing I really like about this genre of music is
right.
there's so much of the older stuff that's great, but there's so much now like modern bands and newer bands that are
Hmm,
putting out really good stuff. And yeah, it's really cool. It's inspiring,
of
because
course.
you can only rely on the old standards for so long without it just kind of it gets boring after a while.
Of
You
course,
got
you cannot copy, do the same thing the other guys did. You gotta come up with some new sounds and new.
yeah, absolutely.
Of course.
But yeah, in this genre, there's tons of like newer bands that are just they're awesome. It's kids in their early 20s
Right.
that get it and they're putting out good quality music. It's cool. I like seeing that.
Yeah. Like I say, sometimes I start listening to some specific genre for like couple of weeks, but then I go back to other music and then I stay there for another 2, 3 weeks, listening to new bands and stuff, and I move to other things. But
Yeah,
the dark wave, goth, and post punk, it's something that I always love. So I just like to listen to new bands. I don't even know where they're from. Then I like to do this research. Where are they from? France? Are they from Germany, Poland, from the United States? It's I just gotta find out where they're from and what they do. Just listening and enjoying the music is not enough for me. I gotta know more about them. So
yeah, exactly.
it's like that cool. Like that cool. It sounds good. But I need to know where are they from. Where I had no idea that he was from Jersey. That's if I knew that I wouldn't talk to him at all. But because I had no idea. I thought he was from North Carolina or Virginia or someplace, and he was my neighbor, I guess. But not really. So but you don't come to Jersey to play, right? Not lately that I know of.
No, we were supposed to come up there and play at what is that place? QXT's. You familiar with that place?
No, I don't.
I
Where
think
is
it's
this?
in I want to say that place is in Newark.
Oh, there is a place in Newark. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there is a place in Newark where they play. I sing some French band over there. I don't remember. Long,
We
long
were
time
supposed to
ago.
play there, and the weekend we were supposed to go there and play, there was actually like I can't remember what it was. There was a storm that was
Okay.
hitting here, so we end up staying just to make sure, like,
Right. Nothing was.
right.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, but we definitely make plans to come up there and play for sure.
Well, hopefully, maybe they come. I'll show up.
Yeah.
I'll pretend that I don't know them
There
and
you
they
go.
don't know me. I don't. I'm like very introvert myself. I talk here, but when I'm outside, unless I know them, some guy really well, it takes me some time to make friends. I think I don't know, but I
Yeah,
think I'm a little introvert. I don't.
I am too. So.
It takes me time. It takes time. I go see a band and maybe I enjoy, but I don't feel like talking to them. I'm like, what am I gonna tell them? I'll just keep
Right.
quiet. I'll just keep quiet, stay back, and enjoy the show. That's it. It's just me.
I see you have a synthesizer behind you.
That's my daughter's. This is decoration. Don't tell nobody. My
Uh,
daughter plays the piano. She plays the guitar. The other daughter, I cannot play barely anything, but I like, when my family does music. I just talk to bands and that's it. That's my job, you know. And I do interviews, which I do really bad. I can, that wasn't my plan. Do interviews, but it's like the pandemic for him, for Johnny. I was so bored that I said, maybe I should do a podcast. So I'm home. What am I gonna do? So that's how I started. So
that's
it
very cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if you go back and watch and see my podcast, I had nothing to do with music. I love music. I started talking about politics.
Oh yeah.
I became like one of them.
Yeah.
I say I gotta stop this.
Yeah.
I cannot do podcast talking about immigration, talking about the government, talking about this, talking about that thing. It's horrible. I'm wasting my time complaining about what? Like who cares? So my daughter said, why don't you you love music, interview people. I said, who am I gonna interview? I don't know what to say. What am I gonna talk to them about? Yeah, just try it. So
Yeah.
I'm here and I'm so happy because I'm talking to people like him.
Yeah.
Johnny Jack. I love music. I love what they do. And, it makes me happy talking to them. Like I pretend that I'm part of the community. I'm a nobody,
Oh, come on now.
but I really enjoy talking to him. And I will tell my people who's listening and viewing my beautiful face to go and check YouTube, check Instagram, Bandcamp. They can do that. I think there's only one Dead Cool. I don't know if there's a movie or something. I don't know. If you go on your browser and type Dead Cool.
Oh yeah, there's I think an old movie called Dead Cool.
Yeah, so you can do both things. Stop
Yeah.
at one place
Listen to our music
and
after.
listen to their music after. Maybe listen to the music first, just in case if then you forget to go and maybe start with them first. Then you'd watch the movie. So what else can I say? I'm gonna keep listening to your music, the new singles you put out, and what can I say? He's a good guy. I tell sometimes I say I have two lists. I have two lists, and they
Yeah.
say this guy is bullshitting. No, it is true. I write down the people that I love, that I like, and on the other, I write the people that I don't like. But I don't tell who they are. They don't know. They don't know. And sometimes I tell them, listen, you are on the good list. No, they're in the bad list. So Johnny, you are in the good list. I really
On
enjoy
the,
talking to the
there you
yes,
go.
and
That's what I wanted.
because you're from Jersey, New Brunswick, the college town, nice places, you know. So he's in the good list. I cannot put him in the bad list. It's impossible.
Made it to the good list.
Made the good list with good bands, and good people. No. Before I stop, sometimes they're good musicians, but really I don't like their personality. So they're still in the bad list. Now, if they do good music and they're good guys, then they're the best list. Whatever. Don't waste my time. I don't know what I'm saying. I think I need coffee. It must be late. I don't want to waste Johnny's time anymore. He has to, all those dogs, they need attention unless Angela is doing something. He has to take care of his children, the children, like my children.
Yeah.
They're like children for me also, So Do they know you are a rock star, those dogs? They don't know that yet, right, Johnny? They have no freaking idea.
I don't care.
They don't give a they just want food.
I'm surprised I'm not barking right now, honestly.
Well, I'm surprised mine either because it's dark. But if the neighbor just goes across the street, he just starts barking for no reason. You know,
Damn.
they just bark. They in love with barking. They don't. If they're happy, they bark. If they want to do something, they bark. They bark for everything.
Oh yeah.
They need attention. So
we don't even set an alarm clock anymore because they wake us up in the morning.
Right. It's like
Hour before we're supposed to get up too.
So I just want to thank Johnny and say hi to Angela. You know, she looks like a really cool lady. That's why they're together for such a long time. You know, it's gotta be something over. You know,
absolutely.
They're like this, like this. That's why they make so great music because they don't fight that much. Sometimes they probably fight. You know, what are you doing, Johnny? What are you writing? This makes no sense. Come on.
So
I don't know.
Yeah,
so,
I appreciate it. I really do.
Thank you, Johnny. See you again next week, guys. That's cool. Remember, take a look at those videos. Follow them on Instagram, and you can see Johnny on stage with his leather jacket. Really, and the really Angela really smiles a lot more than Johnny. Johnny smiles, but not as much.
Angela all smiles.
Angela is the one who drives the ship.
I smile off stage
after everything is done, and she's like, "We did a good show. We did great. We did great. If it wasn't for that fucking guy yelling." Whatever. See you again next week, and thanks to Johnny Yeagher, and we'll talk again with another band. Nothing better than this. So whatever you want to do. If you want to listen to my next interview, fine. If not, stay here. Don't watch this interview over and over. All right. See you next week. Thank you, guys.
Don't be false and untrue. It all